And he joins me right now to talk about the new season of Leno's Garage, premiering tonight when you're listening to this, September the 7th on CNBC. The legendary host of The Tonight Show, Jay Leno, joins us. Jay, how you doing?
Hey, tell a few jokes and try to make a living. You know, it's like 110 here in LA. It's pretty crazy. How's the weather there?
Well, we're in Houston, Texas, so this morning it starts off at 100, then it'll go down to 75, then it'll rain for about 2 hours, and then it'll be back up to 100. That's pretty much our daily routine.
I pick up that on the news today. He said, turn your air conditioner to 78 degrees. Okay, 78 degrees is not air conditioning. That's called heating.
You're absolutely right.
It's not, you don't put your air conditioner on 78 degrees. That just makes me laugh. But yeah, no, the show premieres tonight. We're pretty excited. We got pretty good cast of characters. We got Elon Musk. We got President Biden on the show. Kelly Clarkson. I don't know, Pitbull. Danica Patrick. I mean, all kinds of folks. Tony Hawk, Mike Rowe, Jim Jeffries is on. He's really funny. Yeah, just an interesting cross section of people. You know, anything that rolls, explodes, and makes noise. That's pretty much what the show is about.
Well, I love the show. I love Leno's Garage because, I mean, it has the history element to it. You get to see some awesome cars. You learn more about them. You have fun with the celebrities. And, I just bought a new truck not too long ago because I think it's legally required that if you live in Texas, you have to drive a truck. And
that's the law.
It's the law. It's the law. I can't do anything about it. But when I was there at the dealership, I saw that Ford Lightning, the Ford F-150 Lightning, which is the all-electric Ford. And although it was way out of my price range, the thing was incredible. And I saw in a clip, I think that you feature the Lightning on your show this season, right?
You know, it's amazing. You could weld on that truck. It's got 240. It's got 240 on it. I mean, you can power your house for 3 days. You know, when you guys down there in Texas had that big freeze last winter, the Ford dealers gave out Lightnings to everybody. Just take them home, plug your house in. It's one of the greatest marketing trick ever because it made diehard customers out of those people. But you could run your house for 3 days, you know, and if there's some sort of power outage, you know. So yeah, it's really a well thought out product. You know, I was driving a truck the other day and I noticed a window sticker on it said 12 miles per gallon. And I thought, that's on the window sticker. That's the best you're going to do. You know, that's going downhill with a Japanese hunger striker driving naked, touching the gas with his big toe, and you only get 12. So the electric truck, I think, is really going to be a pretty amazing thing.
I mean, electric cars in general. My mother-in-law has a Tesla, and there's some getting used to it, like getting used to the way that the car drives. But overall, I think that we're seeing it now. We're going to have more and more and more of them. I just saw the DeLorean is back. The DeLorean is back and has a all-electric model. Have you seen that one? Because I know you had Doc Brown's Time Machine on Leno's Garage before. Have you seen this new DeLorean?
It would follow the white line down the road, if you get the joke. I was a John DeLorean fan when I was a kid, and then when he turned out to be a sleazy coke dealer, I just kind of said, "Okay, thank you. I'm done. I'm done with this guy." I mean that's a big thing now. You find sort of classic brands, and you try to bring them back as an electrified version, and that might work. We'll see what happens because the engine that was in that DeLorean wasn't very good. That was sort of the problem. It just wasn't a very good car to begin with. So maybe an electrified version might be better. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, nobody expected it to happen this fast. I mean, it's as little as 10 or 15 years ago, people said it'll take 50 to 60 years to get people to switch to electric cars. Well, now it's probably going to happen by 2030. Cadillac's not even going to make a gas car, and same with Buick. You know, they'll all be electric.
Yeah, it's incredible how fast, you're right, how fast it's come on. And this show, Leno's Garage, again, it's so much fun to watch. You had Brie Larson on the debut edition of the show. But also, I have to be quite frank with you. I love your version of The Tonight Show. I just loved you on The Tonight Show. Your monologue was can't miss television. My parents let me stay up late to watch it. just because you made everybody feel good. And you know what? You didn't alienate anybody in your audience. And I just kind of wanted to know, how did you accomplish that? Like, everybody liked Jay Leno. You could turn it on and you had a joke for everybody.
Well, yeah, it's so funny because we've sold this show and every show I do on the basis of no politics, It's all just jokes. I mean, Rodney Dangerfield was a close friend of mine. I knew Rodney for 40 years, funniest man alive. And I have no idea who he voted for. I have no idea how he felt about any political issue because we never discussed it, And when you take politics out of the mix, it's amazing how well people can get along. It's because there are people I like. And I don't have to agree with everybody to like them, But everything is so polarizing now. It's so funny. If you have a talk show now and you don't give your opinion on every issue, oh my God, people just come after you. And it's pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, that was the fun part about doing the show when I did it, because you get angry letters from us that, well, Mr. Leno, you and your Republican friends, I hope you, well, Mr. Leno, you and your Democratic buddies, I hope, and the same day you get hate mail from each side. And you go, oh, good, they're both mad. This is perfect.
I'm doing something right. I mean, it's okay to make fun of the president, but you don't have to, like you said, give your opinion on every political topic of the day. That's what I always appreciated about your Tonight Show. More than like you said, the shows today, you have to. It's just the politicalization of the society.
Now, where people want to hear the joke first to see if they agree with it before they laugh at it.
Well, how is that? How has that changed for you doing stand-up? I mean, because you do great stand-up. People regard you as one of the greatest stand-ups of all time. Do you feel that audiences are a little bit more tense? They look around to make sure it's okay to laugh at a joke before they laugh at it?
Well, you do get that a little bit. But for the most part, like you said, if you don't go there, you're fine. I mean, I like political comics. If that's what I want to hear, I'll go hear politics. I hate it when I go to a show and a celebrity gives me a lecture on some issue. I go, guys, that's not why I'm here. That's not why I bought a ticket, So your first job is to entertain, I mean, I always tell performers, look, people will figure out your politics very quickly, okay? Whether you know it or not, everything you do is a clue. So don't worry about this. Just make it as funny as you can or as good a music as you can. And entertain them. Most people go to a show to get away from that, and that's what we try to do on this show. It's, we don't really have, I get celebrities because I call them up and I go, look, we want to do the show? And they go, no. I go, look, I don't care about your drug bust. I don't care about your bad divorce. I don't care if you're fooling around. We're not talking about that. We're talking about cars. We're talking about how did the automobile play an influence in your life in some way. And you try to find that angle on it. And they all come on because they know I'm not going to hang them out to dry.
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, you say the automobiles that impacted your life. I know it's hard because I think you have several garages full of hundreds of cars or dozens of cars of all kinds. What one automobile impacted your life more than any other?
Well, when I came to Los Angeles, one day I just got on a plane. I came here, and I landed at the airport. And I picked up the penny saver, and I said, "I got to find a car." So I flipped through the penny saver. I was sitting at the airport, and I saw a '55 Buick, and I said, "Winchester, California, where is that?" So I went up to the guy. Anybody know Winchester? The guy goes, "Yeah, it's like 6 miles from here." I said, "Oh, okay." And being a kid, I was just so stupid. I said, "I'll go over there. I'll buy that Buick, and then I'll have a car." So I took a cab with my suitcase. I got out of the cab and I go to the guy's house. He got a Buick for sale. Yeah. Says, you want to see it? I look and I go, oh, okay, I'll buy it. The guy goes, oh, well, all right. I said, does it run? He goes, yeah, it runs okay. And it ran okay. And I bought it. And since it's such a big car, I also had a place to live. So I got. I mean, it was just so stupid. I don't know why I thought I bought. It was actually cheaper to just buy the first car that I saw because I couldn't afford to drive around, take cabs, and look at cars all day. And I still have that '55 Buick. I met my wife in that car. I took it to my first Tonight Show. I took it to my last Tonight Show. I still got it. It's sitting in my garage. So I have a lot of memories of that car. I mean, a story my wife hates. It's the first place we ever were, let's say, intimate. Okay. And on our 25th anniversary, I said, "Oh, let's reenact our first date in this car." Okay. So we tried to find the place where we parked, which was secluded at the time, but now it's a housing development. So it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I said, "Oh, this looks like about the area." So and your 25th wedding anniversary, so you're not quite as nimble as you were as a kid, and her hair got stuck in the horn ring and beep, and then I turned on a porch light and came out, and I'm like half dressed. Excuse me, sorry, excuse me. So it wasn't as good as the first time, but you get the idea.
Well, you definitely get the idea. What a picture you just painted. You can see vehicles like Jay's describing on Leno's Garage. The premiere is tonight on CNBC. Jay, thank you so much. I've been a long-time fan of yours, and it's an honor just to talk to you for a couple minutes.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Jay Leno.
Take care.